Hello there, Mr. Black.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Yeah, fantastic. Do you think my camera should be flipped this way, or is this okay for you?
Um, it's up to you. Up to you.
Okay, I'll keep it like this for now.
Okay. So, yeah. First of all, thank you for coming on. I really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you for having me.
And I did. I read somewhere that you were in the business about 10 years now, or something like that.
Uh, 13. 13. I started
Wow.
when I was 11. Yeah.
Jeez. So, how did you come up with the name of the orbital breaker, the DAZ Black?
So, because of my high flying style, I like to think of myself as someone that breaks through the orbit.
Okay,
Um, Obviously, sort of out of this world talent, and I go above and even beyond.
okay, nice, nice. Um, you first started at PBW Wrestling
Yeah.
Academy.
Yeah.
So how did you get involved with that?
So when I was 11, for years before that, I was looking for wrestling schools, but there was nothing really around my area.
Mhm.
And when I was 11, I found PBW on the internet, and it was about 2.5 hours from where I lived. So I started traveling there and just absolutely fell in love and never stopped traveling there since.
So you really started wrestling when you were 11 years old?
Yeah, really young.
Wow, that is that's really young. Did your parents have anything to say in it, or
Yeah, so I'm extremely blessed to have such a supportive family. Obviously, when you're like 11, I feel like it's a lot easier. You have a lot more free time, and it's almost, they can treat it like a hobby. But obviously, with it being so far away,
sure?
if it wasn't for my dad being able to give me a lift, I wouldn't have been able to do it. But he was more than happy to do it, which I'm just forever grateful for. And they've just supported me the whole way.
But at the age of 11, are, are you competing with the adults?
So when I was training, it was just I wasn't on any shows or anything. It was just me
Okay,
learning.
yeah.
And but yeah, a lot of the time there wasn't anyone sort of my size there, any kids. So a lot of the time I did have to learn with like fully grown men, which was extremely intimidating, obviously.
I mean, yeah, at the age of 11, that's hardcore. That is
Yeah, for real.
hardcore. So tell me, how was your first day of training at 11 years old?
So honestly, when I first started, I didn't even know like how anything worked. I wasn't sure if I was going to get there and people would actually be fighting like genuinely, or if it was, like if there was any sort of planning involved. I had no idea. So when I first went there, I was a little bit confused at first. Um, but also, given that they were fully grown men, a bit relieved that I wasn't just going to get thrown in and beaten up.
Yes. So did they take it easy on you, or just treat it,
um,
treat you like the other guys?
I'd like to think they treat me like everybody else. I'm sure there was like a little bit of a pinch of salt in there. I'm sure they weren't throwing me around as hard as they could have, but obviously it was like very sort of slow progression. I was only learning the basics for a long time
Okay.
before I even took a single body slam off anybody, um, which is great because at that age I was so skinny and frail that even just taking bumps was so painful for me. It took me so long to just get used to that, get calloused up to actually
Oh yeah,
taking
yeah.
bumps.
I bet. So how did it feel when you took your first bump
Oof.
and your first chop?
Oh God! Wow. Well, the bump was like. I mean, to be fair, it's kind of similar for both of them because it's where you sort of learn that strange phenomenon that you can't really explain to people who aren't in wrestling, that you like willingly kind of want to get hurt, and it's like rewarding afterwards. Like it's a strange thing to explain, but when you do the bump, it's like the most painful thing in the world. Or when you get that chop initially, the sting is like, oh my god, that was horrible. But then afterwards, it's like, it's just so rewarding somehow. You're like, yeah, I really did just take that.
So, you started 11. So, how long did it take you to actually get into the ring and mix it up with other wrestlers in your first match?
So my first training match, oh, it's hard to say. Probably about 14-ish, 15,
Okay.
something like that. Um, but my first show was, I must have been 16 because my PBW did a thing called Academy Attack where they'd put on a show especially for the trainees. But even at that, I was so small and so skinny at that they were just like, it's just not believable for us to put you in with anybody like so much
Yeah.
bigger. You're just not going to get on a show at that age. So that was very frustrating for me, knowing that like even if sort of the skill level was somewhat there, I still wasn't like physically able to do it yet.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to like grow a bit, put on a little bit of size first. So I think I was 16 when I had my first actual match on a show.
And who was it against?
Yeah, it was another guy from PBW called Logan Smith,
Okay.
and he's a great, great, great guy. Like I hope everyone checks him out. He's fantastic. I've known him since I must have known him since I was 12 or 13.
Okay.
Just a really great guy, someone who's always just been a student of the game. Like he's been there every single week. He really loved it. And yeah, it's just awesome that throughout my career he's always been there. So he was first match and then every few years we get to tear it up again and it's always so fun whenever we do. And just a great person in general as well.
So, would you consider your character a babyface or a heel?
I definitely tend to work more babyface for
Okay.
sure, which I love. I mean, I love doing both, but I do like to be a babyface as well. Like
Okay.
it is just nice to have people cheering you.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, especially like coming up through PBW, obviously I would go to them shows every single time they had a show, and I'd be
Yeah.
in the front row watching the champions and just cheering them on and being like, whenever I got to interact with them, it was just the best feeling in the world. So the fact that I get to now be in the position as the champion where I get to have them interactions, like after the show, we can do like meet and greets,
Yeah.
and I just take pride in staying there for as long as it takes. And genuinely, that is like the best part of the night, just getting to actually speak to everyone and hear the kids genuinely like say that they want to do this when they're older or they're inspired by me. That means so much to me.
Um, so right now, what promotion do you wrestle for?
So there's a few right now. Obviously PBW, I'm
Yeah.
the world champion. BCW, where Drew McIntyre was the first world champion there. I was the first ever open weight and world champion at the same time, which was a huge honor for me.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm still world champion there.
Okay.
Pro Wrestling Scotland, I'm their open weight champion. And so I try and just travel and do as many different shows as I can. And the latest like big show that I've got onto is North. Absolutely love that. That place is just killing it right now. So I'm really, really happy to be working there.
Um, would you say you wrestled in the UK, but did you ever go out of the country, like Japan, Korea, or?
Yeah, so I've been fortunate enough to wrestle in 15 countries, which has
Wow.
just been, yeah, honestly, like it's just life changing. I think traveling is one of the most important things, one of the most important luxuries you can get in life. It just broadens your horizons. I love it, and yeah, I've been lucky enough to wrestle in so many crazy places like Japan, China. China was amazing.
Okay.
Thailand, Peru, Bolivia, Finland, Italy, Croatia, Germany. Just loads of places, man. It's been
Uh,
amazing.
what about the United States?
No, not yet, but I have got my visa. So later this year, I'm planning on going there and hopefully
Okay,
tearing it up out
okay.
there.
But I did just see that you did get invited for a tryout with the WWE.
Yeah.
So how did that become a thing?
So WWE has a international talent scout, Jim Smallman, and um, I've kept in contact with him. And he called me. It was actually the day that I arrived in China. I got the
Mhm.
call, and it was just life changing. Best call I've ever had in my life. And yeah, and it was like, okay, you've got 6 weeks to get ready,
Oh
and
wow,
we got the
okay.
tryout. Yeah, so instantly I was like, okay, it's time to lock in. No hot pots in China. Got to get on that meal plan straight away.
So when you got that call, I bet you were really, really excited for it.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I was like so jet lagged already. I just arrived. I think I landed and got out the airport maybe 2 in the morning, and I got to my hotel, and I already have trouble sleeping anyways. So with all the jet lag, it was 5 in the morning. I hadn't slept for like a day or so,
Oh
and then I
wow,
got the call, and I was like, and I didn't sleep the whole week. Literally the whole time in China, I could not
the
sleep.
whole
I
week.
couldn't stop thinking about it,
Gee.
honestly.
So when is the actual tryout for you?
So it was actually last week.
Oh really? Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
And did they bring you over here, or do they send people over to you? How did that
Um,
work?
so it was in London. So they just flew me down to London. We did it there, and it was honestly the best experience of my whole life. I mean, for most wrestlers, I'm sure they would agree,
Yeah.
getting a chance like that is the biggest dream
Oh yeah.
ever. So it was very, very surreal. But at the same time, for how much like pressure it was so much fun, which is something that I was just like, obviously it was exciting, but I was also in the mindset of like, I don't know how I'm going to be able to relax when I'm there. But honestly, I think just the way it was set out and how supportive everyone there was, it honestly was just like being with a group of friends. Like it was so, so enjoyable from start to finish. So honestly, just the best weekend ever.
So who was at the tryout watching?
um, so there was 48 of us in the tryout. So it was a mix between wrestlers and non-wrestlers.
Mhm.
So like athletes, influencers,
Oh,
things like
wow.
that. Yeah. And then coach-wise, it was Matt Bloom came over as the head coach. And then a few NXT superstars came over, the referee, and the whole right recruit team as well.
So none of the higher ups came down to watch you guys.
Triple H, Shawn Michaels, no, but I think that's because at the last one there was obviously a UK tour at the same time, but there isn't a
Mhm.
tour right now. So yeah,
And I know this was a way back ago, but I know they had the NXT UK brand,
yeah,
but that's not a thing anymore over there, right?
no, no, not anymore. No.
So if you do get signed by the WWE, would you rather go up to the main roster first, or would you like to stay in TNA, no, NXT? I mean,
Wow. Well, I mean, I think everyone would love to go to the main roster, but
like
I think the way they would do it most likely is to send you get you a developmental contract and train you up, and then probably work your way up through the different shows, and then to NXT, and then hopefully the main roster after that.
And if you do make it to NXT and the WWE, are you willing to change your in-ring name? Kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's part of the deal. I think everyone ends up doing that for the most part, and yeah, if they come up with something more fitting than Daz Black, then I'm all ears.
Okay. And you've been a champion everywhere you went. So how many championships have you collected in your career?
I believe 6.
Okay.
6.
Wow. Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
The last 2 questions is, where do you see yourself at next year or 5 years from now?
I aim extremely high. I think I'm like I mean, I guess there's a word for it, like delusional, but in a good way.
Okay.
Like I like to, shoot for the, what is it? Shoot for the stars, and you might land on the moon or whatever. So obviously, I'd love to get signed soon. I'd absolutely adore to be in NXT by next year.
Okay.
And honestly, with the way people progress nowadays, if you get over with the crowd, I have the craziest dreams. I just picture main eventing WrestleMania, truly.
Ooh, wow.
And I've seen the way some people have progressed. I mean, Joe Hendry got a WrestleMania match with Randy Orton before he
Yep.
was even signed to WWE,
Yeah.
So crazy things can happen.
And the last question is, if you do get signed by the WWE, what is your dream match for you? Who you love to wrestle?
Oh, that is a great question. Oh, like current WWE superstars, I'd have to say, oh my God, there's so many. Oh wow, this is tricky. I mean, I think there's obvious ones like Roman Reigns,
Yeah.
CM Punk, Randy Orton. Everyone would want to face them, of course. Gunther for powerbombing me on the steps. I'd love to get some revenge for that.
I saw that. I
Yeah.
saw that.
And then there's just so many guys too that are like so underappreciated as well that I'd love to tear it up with. So many like amazing talents in NXT, and so many guys who got called up but just didn't really get the rub that a lot of people think they should have yet. Like I'd love to tear up with like Carmelo Hayes,
Oh,
Ilya
wow.
Dragunov, Johnny Gargano, people
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. That would just be so
Nice.
awesome.
Man, like I said, thank you so much for the opportunity.
Oh mate, thank you. Honestly, this is so fun.
And I hope I can talk to you again pretty soon.
Absolutely, I'd love to, man.
Let me know if you get signed by the WWE.
For sure.
I will be one of your biggest fans.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
And you have a good day.
You too, man.
I'll see you later.
See you soon, bro.